Did I sign up for this? Is this really what I went to school for? No.
Keep it juicy, juicy. I eat that lunch. She keep that booty, booty. She keep that plump. That nasty beauty, beauty. Yeah, yeah. If you could see it from the front, wait till you see it.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, Nola Girl in ATL. My name is Toy, and thank y'all so much for coming back. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. A lot of people always ask me about my experience as a nursing student, or like with the nursing school, or my experience in general as a nurse now. And I just wanted to come on here and kind of share with you all some things I wish I knew before becoming a nurse. So tonight's video is gonna be a little different. It's gonna be like a chit-chat, sit down type of vibe. Grab yourself a glass of your favorite drink, get yourself comfortable, nice and cozy, and enjoy the video. I'm gonna give y'all 6 things that I wish I knew before becoming a nurse, okay? So let's get right into it. I made some notes on my phone because it's quite a lot, fools. Number 1, the taxes. The mother taxes, okay? Y'all, the taxes are no joke. Like, I literally, oh my gosh, like my little heart broke when I got my first paycheck and I saw how much freaking taxes they had taken out of my check. Y'all, I was so livid. I literally called my mom and I was like, Mom, I was so mad. I was like, Mama, they took the taxes out of my check. The job that I had prior to starting nursing school, I was a waitress, okay? I served a little, I bartended a little, and so the amount of taxes that I was used to getting taken out of my check were like $200, $300 at the absolute most. They took a pretty penny of taxes from out of my check. And I was like, okay, wait, hold on. This is not the life for me. I did not sign up for this. I'm literally saving people's lives, and you mean to tell me that I'm getting taxed like this?
How, Sway? Take a few.
Know that Uncle Sam will get his cut, okay? That's number 1. The taxes are no joke. Number 2, leading into kind of what I said earlier, all my service industry people, if you were like a bartender, a waitress, if you had any type of job where you were making like fast cash, quick money, you will miss it. At least for me, when I was waitressing, I would have days where I would make like $500, $600, $700, $800 in that one day. You know what I'm saying? And so me and one of my nursing school friends, we always talk or whatever, and we were both waitresses during our time in nursing school. And we would always say now like how we miss our waitressing jobs because of just like the fast money and how much money you used to make. We all know if we're in the hospitality industry that the money is not consistent, but there are days that I have made more money as a server than I have as a nurse. This is number 3. The younger nurses are a little bit cliquey.
And
Yeah, I said it. Yes, I said it. Don't come for me. This is my personal experience. Don't come for me. Period. Everybody had this perspective in nursing school. Oh, the nurses eat their young. Like older nurses are mean to the new nurses. And from my experience, I had the complete opposite. The older nurses were so helpful to me and so knowledgeable and so willing to share their knowledge with me. I found the clickiness or the like mean girlness coming from like the younger nurses, the nurses who have been there for a year, the nurses who have been there for 2 years, kind of. And it's crazy that that is that dynamic, because in my head, I be wanting to say, girl, you were just a nursing student a year ago, or like a new grad a year ago. What's the whole attitude thing about? What is this whole thing of like, you got this vibe about you that like you're better than a new grad nurse? Like, you were just in my shoes 12 months ago. Okay, so that's something that I had noticed at when I became a new grad nurse. The younger nurses, of course, you know, they know more than you because they've been a nurse longer than you, but you think that by them just coming out of your shoes like 12 months ago, that they would be a little more helpful and a little more like, and some of them are, like, do not get me wrong, some younger nurses are very helpful and are really, really sweet, but there are a lot of younger nurses who are extremely mean girl, like they have a mean girl vibe about them. And I don't know what that's about. If y'all know, please let me know, comment below, whatever. Let me know if you are already a nurse or a new grad nurse, let me know if you've experienced this in your environment. So number 4, on your first date, and of course this varies depending on which area of specialty you decide to go into, but I can speak from, because when I graduated, I went straight into ICU. You might have a moment or 2 or 3 or 4 or 10 where you question, is this really what I went to school for? Did I really stress, grow gray hair, and get a bald spot for this? This is not what I signed up for. It's just like what you see at the hospital, like I said, the interactions that you have with your coworkers, sometimes with your family, the patient's family, sometimes with the patient, themselves, the amount of work that you're doing, how risky the amount of work is that you're doing. You put your license on the line every single day. All of these people who you talk to and interact with on a daily basis, if they are not the nicest people or the most welcoming people or people who are willing to teach or the most patient, you will question whether or not if your time in school was worth all of this. You will have those moments where you're like, okay, I don't want to do this. I just want to go work in a clinic somewhere. I just want to give injections.
I want to go home. Like, I can't take the pressure of it. But don't you think any job interview...
Like I said, of course it varies depending on which area of specialty you go into. You may go in loving your job. You may go in loving what you do, but for some people that is not always the case. Not for everybody. Okay, number 5. You do not have to go back to school if you do not want to. You will see around you that a lot of people are applying to CRNA school. You'll see a lot of people are going back to become nurse practitioners. Some nurses might even begin going to medical school to become doctors. For CRNA school, some of the programs are 36 months, 3 years. The 3 years are going to pass by anyway. So you might as well spend it doing something to get you further or to make more money. That's the mindset that some people have, right? Also, some people have like, I don't want to be stuck in this tax bracket or income bracket for the rest of my life. So they go back to school to make more money. And that is totally okay. But what I want y'all to know is that it's 100% your decision. Because I know for me, as a new grad nurse and hearing other nurses, and I'm talking about like nurses who were there for like a year, a year and a half, 2 years, that are talking about going back to school. And I'm like, well, dang, I just started, you know what I'm saying? And people, you'll hear it a lot. People are already around you talking about going back to school, and they've been a nurse for a year. And what's important for you is to stay in your own bubble, stay in your own lane. They used to tell us this all the time in nursing school. Stay in your own lane, stay in your own bubble. You need to focus on becoming a great nurse at this point, okay? So, and again, if that's something that you want to do, if you want to go back to school, hearing that and being around those people could serve as some sort of motivation for you. But like I said, in this moment, you starting out should be focused on becoming a great nurse, setting your basic skills, getting your foundation stable, getting your feet underneath you, you know, developing like your skill set and your time management and your assessment skills, all that kind of stuff. That's what your focus should be on as a new grad nurse. Number one. Okay, moving on. This is number 6. This is the last one. And this is a really, really important one. Okay, the pre-shift anxiety is ridiculous. Okay, if you know what I'm talking about, if you have had pre-shift anxiety, let me know down below. Leave a comment down below. And like, I love being able to talk to y'all about this kind of stuff, because it's still, I've been a nurse, August made a year. It's still something that I struggle with, and it's not as bad as when I first started, but it's still very much so there. So there is a lot of pre-shift anxiety, y'all. You're always walking into your shift not knowing what kind of patient you're gonna get. And that, for a lot of people, myself included, creates a lot of pre-shift anxiety. Sorry, y'all, my camera ran out of memory. Okay, but we were talking about the pre-shift anxiety. You could, you know, walk into 2 stable patients who you only gotta pass meds twice, and you can have an easygoing night. Again, I'm ICU and I also work overnight. You could also be walking into a patient in one room and then an empty bed. And we all know when an empty bed, what that means. You could literally get anything through those doors, okay? Somebody could be getting life flighted to the hospital who's got pupils blown, a severe brain bleed, you know, unresponsive posturing on pressors. You never know. You never know what you can get. So a lot of people, myself included, would suffer from terrible, terrible pre-shift anxiety. And what I will say, for me, is that I've noticed over time, with the development of my skills and the growing confidence that I have within myself as a nurse and as an individual, that lessened over time. So whenever I came into an empty bed, a shift with an empty bed, I would always just try to prepare myself as best as I could. And, you know, after being in that situation a couple of times, you get used to what you need. You get used to preparing yourself. And like I said, with my unit, there are the people who are cliquey and all kind of stuff like that, but there are also a good bit of people, a lot of people actually, who are very, very, very helpful and very, like I said, knowledgeable, very hands-on, and will come and help you. They will come and help you. And I know that varies by unit. Not every unit is like that. But things like that kind of helped make it better for me. And of course, like I said, just being able to practice my assessment skills and know what to look for changes, and then having the opportunities to manage my time. So when new orders are getting put in for the patient that just got life flighted, and there's going to be a lot of orders, but with that development of your time management, you'll be able to get the hang of things. So that's a very big one that I wanted to share and kind of put in there. The pre-shift anxiety is terrible, terrible, terrible. As a new nurse, but it does get better. And if it's not getting better for you, I'll just put the seed in that maybe maybe you should think about going into a different area of specialty. Maybe, I don't know. If you need a little bit more time, that's a different story. But if it's coming on like a year and a half, you know, and your pre-shift anxiety is the same as like when it started, when you were a new grad nurse, then maybe, you know, maybe it's something to think about. That is part one of things I wish I knew before going into nursing. I hope y'all enjoy this video. If y'all relate to any of these things, definitely comment down below. I want to know what y'all think. Because it's always so satisfying to me to be able to like vent with nursing students, people who are thinking about going to nursing school, people who are already nurses, about just like the nurse life in general. So like I said, leave a comment below if y'all want me to make more videos like this, things I wish I knew before getting into nursing, you know, stuff about nursing school. Also leave that comment down below. That is it for this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. Stay tuned for part 2 of this little series, and yeah, we'll keep it going. Until next time, bye y'all.